actually light a fire under most people's asses. Like, you know, you could be a great wrestler, but if you're a 10-mile vet, who cares?
Yeah.
It's that kind of thing too, where it's like, okay, you know, this guy might not be in the business, but like cares enough. He's counting payment.
Yeah.
What are you doing? And you're on the card. And you have a, you know, title match. You have this, you have that.
Yeah.
It's like you have an opportunity to like do what you want to do. It's valuable, man.
Yep.
So, you know, a rising tide raises all ships, and hopefully that's what it stands to represent.
Definitely. Because like I'm lucky to just now start getting consistent reps, because the only place in Arizona that does commentary is only able to run like 5 times a year.
Exactly, yeah.
So I was in a tough spot for the longest time. I didn't really have reps. I'd never done color.
Right.
And the first time I did color was with Jordan on Kitsune on stream for the first time. So that was getting thrown into the fire.
Talk about the guy who's A1, like the you know, QB1, right?
Yes.
He just, like, I knew that guy back when I lived, you know, I was from New England originally. And
Wow, I forget you guys go that far back.
yeah, well, so I didn't like know him, but I would go to every indie show. I went to a lot of indie shows, he went to all of them.
Yep.
I saw him since he was like yay high.
Yep.
You know.
There's so many workers in there's so many workers in the Northeast who have photos of him when he was 12.
Because he was booking shows. I mean, CJ, if he was here, could tell you the story of how him and Christian Casanova, when they were training, got hit up by this kid for I think his like bar mitzvah or like his birthday or something. And friggin' like they're like, is this like a prank? Is this like someone's kid? And like, who is it? And he's like, yeah, he's booking a show. And like
Booking a show for his bar mitzvah.
and they had to turn him down
cool.
because they're like, we don't know if this is like real or not. You know, that's that's the kind of thing of I'm so glad he's doing this thing. What are the odds that like both of us move across the country and both of us pursue this and both of us are here?
Yeah.
But he just knows how to do it. With him, it's a day off every time.
Yep.
It's just, and that doesn't mean I don't work. It just means like I'm having fun.
Yep.
I'm just talking about wrestling with a guy I talked out in parking lots with about it, you know?
Yep. Because it's one of those things, I reached out to Jordan before I ever worked a show. Right. I cut a demo in my bedroom and I was sending it to people. Jordan was one of the first people I sent it to. He's like my age, he's doing what I'm doing. He'd get it. So I sent it to him. And immediately he was like, dude, have you called anywhere? Like, have you done anything before? This is awesome. And he offered me like 5 voice memos of feedback. And I was like, holy shit.
That's the thing. Like, you know, you're putting yourself out there. I remember one time where there was an indie show around here. And it was a kind of scramble, like, rumble situation. So like 6 people. And this guy had rocked up and was asking for all their info and like how to announce this, whatever. It's like, okay, great, you know, he's got no cards, cool, whatever.
Yeah.
And when I say he butchered everybody's deal, like in a row. So we're all like kind of standing around in a circle, and he just completely whiffs on 1, 2, 3. I'm looking at the guy next to me like, I'm so sorry, dude. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen to you. I don't know what's gonna happen to me. And like, just completely butchered it because he just was like some guy.
Astro!
Like, again, mistakes happen. But like, it's the kind of thing of like, that was just some dude. I don't know who that was. I don't know who he knew. I don't know.
Yeah.
I never saw him again. Like, you know, that was just some guy.
Sometimes you just gotta close it.
One of my friends out in Kentucky has a story. It's my favorite story about like not wrestling's for everyone, but it's not for everyone's participation.
Yes.
And my favorite story is this guy's out in Kentucky. If it ever one year, he's working this kind of sneaky haircut stuff. He's a promoter, but like he's kind of like a spot show. And there's only one rep, so he's kind of out there all day. And this rep is everybody's face. It's completely shitting on it, and it's like this.
Cowards, trying to control. Rise above, we're gonna rise above. They distort what we say. Rise above, we're gonna rise above. Try to stop what we do. Rise above, we're gonna rise above. When they can't do it themselves. Rise above, we're gonna rise above. We are tired of your abuse. Try to stop us. It's no use. Society's out of control. Rise above, we're gonna rise above. Think they're smart, can't think themselves. Rise above, we're gonna rise above. Laugh at us behind our back. Rise above, we're gonna rise above. I find satisfaction in what they lack. Rise above, we're gonna impossible. We are tired of your abuse. Try to stop us, but it's no use. We are tired of your abuse. Try to stop us, it's no use. We're born with a chance. Rise above, we're gonna rise above. I am gonna have my chance. Rise above, we're gonna rise above. We are born with a chance. Rise above, we're gonna rise above. And I am gonna have my chance. Rise above, we're gonna rise above. We are tired of your abuse. Try to stop us, it's no use. Rise above, rise above, rise above. We're gonna rise above, we're gonna rise above, we're gonna rise above.
Antes tú me pichabas, ahora yo picheo. Antes tú no querías, ahora yo no quiero. Antes tú me pichabas, ahora yo picheo. Antes tú no querías, ahora yo no quiero. No, tranqui, yo perreo sola. Yo perreo sola. Yo perreo sola. Yo perreo sola.
Ok, ey, ey, ey. Que ningún baboso se le pegue. La disco se prende cuando ella llegue. A los hombres los tienes de hobby. Una malcria como Nairobi. Y tú la ves bebiendo de la botella. Los nenes y las nenas quieren con ella. Tiene más de 20, me enseñó la cédula. Ey, del amor es una incrédula. Ella está soltera antes que se pusiera de moda. No creen amor, le damos el foda. El DJ la pone y se la sabe toda. Se trepa en la mesa y que se joda. En el perreo no se quita. Fuma y se pone bellaquita. Te llama si te necesita. Pero por ahora está solita. Ella perrea sola. 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 Tiene una amiga problemática y otra que casi ni habla, pero las tres son una diabla. Y ahí se puso mini falta. Los Phillies en la Louis Vuitton los guarda. Y me dice papi, estoy en dura como Nati. Borracha y loca, a ella no le importa. Vamos a perrear, la vida es corta. Ey. Y me dice papi, estoy en dura como Nati. Después de las 12 no se comporta. Vamos a perrear, la vida es corta.
Antes tú me pichabas, ahora yo picheo. Antes tú no querías,
¿Cuándo yo dije eso?
ahora yo no quiero.
Pero,
Antes tú me pichabas, ahora yo picheo.
yo nunca te he pichado, mami.
Antes tú no querías, ahora yo no quiero. No, tranqui, yo perreo sola. Yo perreo sola. Yo perreo sola. Yo perreo sola.
Test 1 2, test 1 2.
Hello, hello.
Test 1 2, test 1 2.
Test 1 2, test 1 2. Hello, hello. Test 1 2, test 1 2. Hello, hello. Test 1 2.
Test, test, test. Test, test, test.
Test 1 2, test 1 2.
You're too good to me, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another exciting episode of Primal Rage! My name is Mario, the voice you can trust here in San Diego, California. Folks, we got some big business to take care of before we start our show. Ladies and gentlemen, it's contract signing time! But of course, before we get to any contract signing, it would be remiss if I did not introduce Mr. Commissioner of Primal Rage himself, Orion Odyssey, to the stage.
I'll smile when I know what it takes to fool this town. I'll do it till the sun goes down. Don't night time.
All right, thank you so much for that. I don't know if anyone was heard, but guess whose birthday it is today? Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
One of the nicer chants that Wendy started.
Oh, thank you guys so much.
say.
I hope you're able to get some of the cupcakes that my amazing wife and daughter made, especially for you guys and daughter. Thank you so much to my wife and daughter. There's no place I'd rather be than here on my birthday with my actual family and my wrestling family. Thank you so much for making me such a special day. And one of the things that I have planned is an incredible show tonight. We've got tag team matches, we've got a final match here tonight. But before we do that, we're about to talk about the biggest event of the summer, which is called Summer Surge. That is right. We already have sold a lot of our front row. We've got a handful of front row tickets left. We also have a lot of general admission available. And of course, you can get that online, $30 for front row, $20 for general admission. You can do that online, or if you'd like to get a physical ticket, can I get an ooh? Ooh, that's right, physical tickets still exist. You're actually, if you want to get your special commemorative ticket, you can get them up front, again, $20 for general admission. But what is an event without a main event? And so what I'd like right now, I'd like for the competitors, if you would please introduce our two finalists for the main event.
Ladies and gentlemen, your main event for Summer Surge is for the Primal Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Championship, and it is between the Radiant Sun, Jake Redondo, and the Forever Champ, your only Heartless King, Jeremiah Fresh.
Not a lot of love here from the SD faithful for Jeremiah Fresh.
Maybe not a lot of love for our champion, but plenty for the challenger. Third time's the charm. The Radiant Sun rises once again. Jake Redondo.
That is right, the 2025 Orion Odyssey Cup. The first ever winner of that cup right there has etched himself into the main event of Summer Surge for a third time. Looks to take down Jeremiah Fresh. As we know, already a man who has a DQ win over Jeremiah Fresh.
A DQ win, but not a title win. The inaugural Primal champion must face the inaugural Odyssey Cup winner at Summer Surge.
What a 2025 Jake Redondo has had so far. Truly one of the rising stars we have here at Primal Pro Wrestling. And here he comes, a man who has held that title for, I believe, now for almost a full calendar year. It's Jeremiah Fresh, the only Heartless King, our forever champion, walking into his 12th title defense here at Summer Surge.
And now, Chase, you talked about what a year that Jake Redondo has had and what a year it has been for the champion, for Jeremiah Fresh, the only Heartless King. Some years, very clearly, are longer than others. And when you hold 10 pounds of gold in your hands, around your waist, over your shoulder, you have a target on your back. A target that Jake Redondo has aimed and missed 3 times running.
We know Jeremiah Fresh has beat the likes of CJ Tino, J2 Mattioli twice, Zara Zephyr, the Rebel Storm twice, and now going into his 3rd title defense against Jake Redondo. Will Jake be able to get the three-peat, or will it still be the forever champion's reign at the end of the summer?
It's my birthday. Please, thank you. Please, no shenanigans. I know you guys are very passionate pro wrestlers. Please, we've already gone over with the representatives. Let's end this contract. All parties have agreed. We just need to get the official signatures on this. Okay, so you're going to put your name right there and sign there, please.
It's like he's gonna read it. Come on.
I think Tarbo's did that right in the back.
You can please go ahead and put your name right there. I got a word.
Fresh getting mouthy with the SD faithful here at the Primal compound.
Please don't get us demonetized, Wendy.
You done signing? Is there anything else you need from me?
Ladies and gentlemen, you have an official main event for Summer Surge. Jeremiah Fresh versus Jake Redondo.
That's great, Mr. Birthday Boy. Don't worry, I wouldn't imagine making your job harder on your birthday. That's why, if you notice, I haven't brought out Tariq Targos with me.
Conspicuous in his
I told
absence.
him take the day off. Nothing's gonna happen. You have my word. Nothing will happen at this conference. No, because I have something to say to you. And I will stay seated. Listen carefully. You see, I thought long and hard about why do these people love you, Jake Redondo? No, it can't be because you're the best wrestler here at Primal. I have the belt. 337 days, in case you were counting. No, so you must be relatable. And you see, you and these people have a lot in common, you know? You and J2 Mattioli, you were over here fighting for the Constellation Cup.
Odyssey Cup.
Two losers in their natural habitat. Because Jake Redondo, just like all these people, you too are a loser. You see, I've come to realize in my long reign that people sometimes don't appreciate greatness. Tom Brady's New England Patriots.
Don't invoke that name. Not in front of me,
Stephen
pal.
Curry's Golden State Warriors. They were all hated. But what everyone loves, everybody loves an underdog. That's what you want, the underdog. But the thing they don't admit about underdogs is that their time always comes to an end. On July 20th, Summer Surge, Jake Redondo, your fairy tale run, your March Madness run comes to an end. It ends with the dynasty on top. And Jake Redondo done.
Strong words from our champion.
You're very concerned with what everybody thinks here. And you mentioned you don't understand why they cheer me and they boo you. And the reason is pretty easy. It's because you're scared of the truth. You run from the truth because the truth is this is the last show that you're going to walk out as the champion. So hold on to that tight. Because on July 20th, it's coming home with the radiant sun.
The truth. The truth. You want to know the truth? The truth is, Jake Redondo, why I hate you, why I despise you, because once upon a time, Jeremiah Fresh, I set out to be someone like you. You see, if you remember at the start of my career, I wanted to be cheered by these people. I wanted to win. I wanted to do things the respectable way, the honorable way, the right way, as you put it. And then along came a troll, J2 Mattioli. Spit some words into my ear about being heartless. I took that deep, and now I've realized the real way, the only way to be successful in this business is to be heartless. Jake Redondo, you're scared. You're scared to rub people the wrong way. You're scared to get your hands dirty, and that is why you will never be a true winner.
There's a difference between a heartless and a running bitch.
And you see, that is why I cannot lose. I cannot lose at Summer Surge because that would prove everything I've done is for nothing. I cannot live. I will rather die than let Jake Redondo be at the top of Primal Pro Wrestling. I'd rather die than see you wear my title.
Oh my goodness.
Because I run this place. I am the Heartless King, and I will be the forever champ.
Might come to blows here, Barry.
Not the first time in a contract signing.
Let me ask you a question. Do you know the difference between a hero and a coward? Inside, they're exactly the same. Both scared, both uncertain, both afraid of dying. But it's what the hero does and what the coward doesn't do that defines them. The last time I was in the ring with Fresh, he beat me. I wasn't ready, not mentally, not physically. I was still searching for the fire that I have today. I would pray for strength. I would pray for purpose. And I just thought that patience would be handed to me. But in this life, nothing's handed to you. But opportunities arise. And ever since that night, when I went home disappointed, every opportunity I've gotten since then, I've scratched and I've clawed, day by day, match by match, to get another shot. Not just at this title, but a shot at redemption. That guy you faced in March, yeah, he wasn't ready, like I said, but he was afraid to fail. I thought it was the end-all be-all to fail, but it's just part of the process. Reggie Jackson, baseball player. Some of you may know him, some of you might not.
Mr.
He
October.
holds the all-time record for the most strikeouts in the baseball game history. He's swung and missed more than anybody else. But he's not known for the swings and misses. He's known for being a 14-time All-Star, an MVP, a 2-time World Series champion, a Hall of Famer. See, that's what you don't get. It's not about being flawless. It's not about the swings and misses. It's about swinging as hard as you possibly can in case you hit a home run. Fresh on July 20th, I don't need to be perfect. I just need to be ready. And damn it, I am ready. Yeah! Because I will not sleep on a dream that visits me daily. Because it's been knocking for far too long. And now, that dream, I'm ready to bust down the door, stare that dream in the face, and hold it above my head when I beat you for the Primal Pro Heavyweight Championship.
Speak your truth, Jake Redondo.
lofty words from the champ. Determination
And
from
his
our challenger.
Jake Redondo.
And with the SD faithful behind him, he's looking to have a Cinderella story for Jeremiah Fresh. Can Jake Redondo do what he has not been able to do? Can he complete the three-peat? And can he walk out of Summershire as the second ever Primal Pro Heavyweight Champion?
You know, Chase, the champion, Jeremiah Fresh, invoked a great deal of names. One of them, Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors. They went to a championship year after year after year, and they had, if you remember correctly, the same challenger, the Cleveland Cavaliers, LeBron James. LeBron James might have beat them one time, and that man is the greatest of all time. And Jake Redondo, when it comes to Primal Pro,
One second there, Commissioner.
Okay.
I know we did a little bit, but we got some more audience members in here. I think it is important, folks, for us to do a little happy birthday song. Honestly, okay? An actual one. With me, folks? Ready? Happy birthday to you.
Come on, there ain't got beautiful pipes.
Listen, we got a contract signing with nobody getting hurt. That was the birthday gift. I'm not singing.
Fair enough. Happy birthday, Mr. Commissioner.
Thank you for everything you do, sir. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, we gotta respect the people that run this business. You guys did great work for us, and as a great gift to us, we have an opening match for you, folks. Who's ready for it? Hang on. Who's ready for some pro wrestling? Come on! That's right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, your opening contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Your referee for this contest, senior official Chad Rico.
Now from one contract signing, we go now into our main card.
Introducing first,
Between none other than Jesus, Papi Garcia, and the Rebel Storm.
Now, Chase, I lost a great deal of money betting on Papi Jesus Garcia.
Lost the house.
I don't want to talk about that too much, but what I want to talk about more is the respect that I lost. You know, this guy is one of the most talented guys coming out of the Primal Pro Wrestling Academy. He is one of the most auspicious debuts that we've had. The confidence that he has, again, is unfallible. I didn't bet you this time. I learned my lesson. I don't know if you could double a house go on.
sensation, the Mamacita's Papi Jesus Garcia.
What we see with Jesus, as you can see, is confidence, is cockiness, is the kind of ego that takes years to build and a single match to destroy. And we're talking about a guy who specializes in deflating bullies' egos. Look no further
And his opponent
than this man.
You hear that music, folks? You know exactly who it is. There is an oncoming storm coming into 2050 Wilson Avenue, the Primal Compound, where now the Rebel Storm has made his entrance.
Rebel Storm is an electrical storm rolling through San
weighing at
Diego,
200 pounds, the Thunder Wonder, the Rebel Storm.
This man has been a champion in his day, an underdog in his time, and he is one of the most eclectic, electric, and eccentric stars that we have in the Primal Pro Wrestling Academy. We're talking about a battle of egos. We're talking about people who are larger than life. Look no further than the two men in the ring together right now. Oh, yeah.
As we know, Jesus Papi Garcia trying to overcome the loss he had with Michael Hopkins last time. As we know, Rebel Storm is finally looking to put the Gooners and Joey Lancaster in his rear view as he beat them as an honorary member of Two Thang last week. What a clash up of styles we have for our first matchup here. The overconfident Papi versus the larger-than-life Thunder Wonder himself,
You know,
Rebel Storm.
Chase, you called it a clash of styles, but I think, they'd be both remiss to admit it. Both these men are very, very similar. They feed off the energy of the crowd. They feed off the energy of these people here at 2050 Wilson Ave, National City. And it goes a long way that a cheer or a boo, even a single one, is not unheard.
A little bit of a popularity contest going on. Yeah! Oh, poor Poppy.
The only way to prove it, who's the better wrestler, it's not about cheers or boos, it's about who can get it done in that ring. And hold for hold, one of the most underrated competitors that we have is the Rebel Storm.
But having him scouted as Poppy Garcia, and now Rebel doing everything he can to get out of that arm bar. Now, getting a headlock of his own.
Again, hold for hold, underrated in his skill as the Rebel Storm, but he's been getting around more than just California, more than just San Diego, but Las Vegas as well, and he's going to better his skills whenever he can. Beautiful headlock takeover there. Once again, bearing down that size, those broad shoulders on the Poppy Jesus, who, as far as I'm aware, and we came to that match with Michael Hopkins, not exactly at 100%, but he's clearly looking very confident now.
Looking like a different Poppy tonight, very confident in his approach. But again, against someone like the Rebel Storm, you can never count him out.
And again, this is the weakness of Poppy Jesus, if there ever was one. You don't need a target on your back or a bum knee if you want to know that people like this, those gyrations aside, are not exactly the most confident. Again, the intangibility, the faithful here at Primal are the kind of people that really get under his skin, and you can tell.
Poppy doing everything he can to get to the ropes and potentially get out of this hold. There he is, trapping the leg of Rebel Storm. Now just posing to the Mamacitas while having him in this hold.
But listen to the fans. That is the difference maker. As well as 5 fingers in the chest like that. We are serving them out hot tonight.
Beat red chops from the Rebel Storm. Turning Poppy's chest to mush, but now tripping him yet again. Knowing his awareness, his ring awareness is Poppy. Very cerebral to start off this match. His homework with the Rebel Storm. Now hitting the ropes. But wasn't able to get that. A crossbody from the Rebel Storm takes Poppy down.
Car crash of a crossbody. Even though he might have been caught up with that Canadian trip there, Poppy Jesus is now in a great deal of trouble. And that hard set of mass of the Rebel Storm in full effect now.
With a nasty shoulder tackle there. We're going to hit the ropes again as the Rebel Storm leaping over his Poppy. Nobody there on that hip toss. Oh, but everyone's there for that shot.
Right to the fireman's carry. I think we know what comes next. We're going for a ride in the eye of the hurricane.
Round and around and around we go.
Watch out, Chad Rico.
My goodness, 12 rotations from the Storm. Both men a little worse from wear on that one.
I think this might have been a detrimental move for both these guys. Well, maybe I spoke too soon.
Able to trip Poppy Garcia. Now the Rebel Storm.
Big Kokashi headbutts.
Going for the cover here. Only a 2 count. And again, there's a lot of heart on display from Poppy Garcia. We are seeing him get through a lot of offense from the Rebel Storm and keep swinging.
You know, we're also seeing him cower on the outside of the ring looking for a timeout. Buddy, there's no timeouts in wrestling. I hate to break it to you. It's kind of like soccer. The clock keeps ticking. They don't add more time.
Utilizing the 10 count was Poppy, but now eating a knee for his displeasure.
This could be it right now. He's about to be thunderstruck.
No! Ring awareness again from Poppy on full display. Was able to grab those ropes. And now with a shining wizard.
Devastating knee right to the mush of the Rebel Storm. I mean, that might have been high impact, high intensity, only 2. However, this match continues.
Deep cover there from Poppy, but still a lot of heart left there from the Rebel Storm. Both men realizing that if they can get a win, their stock will rise here at Primal Rage, especially before Summer Surge.
And on top of that, whether or not either of these men are at Summer Surge, they might not make it. I mean, Papi Jesus has a mean streak to him. He might have a smile on his face. He might be talking his talk, walking his walk, but he's the kind of guy who gets things done, whether it's the right way, as we heard earlier, or the effective way.
Now just targeting the lower body of the Rebel Storm, now going after that larynx one more time, looking to cut off that airway.
Listen, we've seen the weak points of the Rebel Storm already. He went for that thunderstruck, that finishing maneuver that we know from him, and he hit that mat so hard. I mean, putting all of his body weight on that, and that's got to be brutal as well.
Low kick of the Rebel Storm, now attacking the back of Papi. Looking to hit the rope, but no, able to grab the hair.
Oh, big leg drop right across the throat.
The Rebel Storm says that doesn't work for him, brother. And now just ground and pound. Just viciousness from Papi here.
Vicious rights, hooking right into the jaw of the Rebel Storm, and you just see exactly what he thinks of his opponent, this mainstay here at Primal Pro Wrestling.
There's no respect in those kicks or those chops from Papi. He wants to prove one thing tonight, that he is not a loser, that he's here to stay and a winner when it comes to Primal Rage. Now getting Storm in that headlock. Looking to fight out of this, the Rebel Storm from under him.
And hardly an effective headlock. I think that was just to show him off to his faithful here. Now he's just eating a headbutt for his troubles.
Rebel Storm telegraphing it's got Papi in the corner, looking for the splash, but nobody's home.
Big knee in the corner, signature Papi Jesus.
Little kiss to the Mamacitas there.
Whoa.
Rebel
signature Rebel. Don't turn around.
Going inside out, now hitting. Oh!
Banana Rabba Slabba!
In the full impact of that, I think Papi's really feeling it. Might have knocked the wind out of it.
Absolutely. It's not often that someone shoots up from a devastating maneuver like that, especially after all the punishment that Rebel Storm took. I think that breath fired right out of his lungs.
Both men fighting on wobbly legs. Who will be able to get up before the 10 count? Rebel hulking up thanks to the SD faithful behind him. Now looking to chop Papi down.
The momentum is on the side of the Rebel Storm, doling out a big boot. Papi Jesus fighting to his feet. I think we know what comes next.
Clothesline into the corner. See ya later, Papi.
Look at this, Papi well scouted, no, avoids it.
He's able to kick him out of the corner and now top rope.
Big cross body off the top. Whoa. Nearly 3 there off the big crossbody. I mean, he got all of it. The wind getting knocked out of him here has got to be serious impact.
Very serious impact from that top rope. But unfortunately for Papi, able to still stay in this match.
Listen to this crowd. They are hot for the Rebel Storm, but we still got the Mamacitas in the crowd for Papi Jesus.
Now looking for Thunderstruck as the Rebel, but no, a cover of his own. Picture perfect from Papi himself. Now just crawling into the cover.
Perfection in execution. Is this it? No!
And what a good cover from Papi. Look at his leg over to trap Rebels.
Well scouted from Papi as well. I mean, like baiting Rebel Storm into that maneuver. And again, with the Thunderstruck, not only do you have that 3/4 hold, but you have to turn your back to your opponent. It's a risky move.
And now look at those hips swivel. He's doing it for the Mamacitas. He's doing it for the money, for the adulation. Looking for a super kick potentially, but no.
Wow, Saito suplex from the Rebel Storm. Perhaps shades of a mentor turned rival. Robin Shaw, we'll see later tonight.
Not a lot of the time you'll see that from the Rebel Storm. I think that might have been the first one. We're now looking to capitalize on it.
Third time's the charm. Thunder!
Oh my God! I thought we were done with these guys.
You know, I was gonna call them by their right name too.
Oh, we're now looking to get involved.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Miscalculated, I bet.
Then Rebel come in to beat these Gooners, but now, no, he's got the tights, Poppy!
You gotta be freaking kidding me!
Able to steal a win, his first win here at Primal.
Your winner, Jesus Garcia!
You know, I'd call Poppy Jesus a whole lot of things, but a goon would not be one of them.
Poppy not happy that the Rebel was able to take his place in the Odyssey Cup and showed him out tonight, whether it be by hook or by crook. You should put money on it.
Shut up! Shut up!
But now the Gooners just staring Rebel right in his face, let him know that they are not done.
Two people you hate to see in Zook and Frankie Flacco and Rebel Storm back to square one in the losing column once again.
Been great effort there from the Rebel Storm, but since coming back to Primal Rage, since his hiatus, Storm has not been able to pick up a win.
Difficult to rebuild that momentum after such a long time away, but he still has the love of these fans here, the love of the Primal faithful, and a great showing from the Rebel Storm.
Now from one impending storm to another, we got still singles action for you folks. Xander Phillips versus Grizz coming at you very soon.
The X Factor versus the Cali Bear.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a great start, huh? Very unexpected, I gotta say. Don't know how I feel about those goons, of course. Very, very interesting characters. Well, ladies and gentlemen, off to a great start. Who's ready for another match? Oh, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, your next contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Your referee for this contest, Mr. Juan Montaño. Introducing first.
And again, when it comes to this singles match, we're looking at two men who are going to try to get some more momentum coming into Summer Surge. As we know, the X Factor versus the Cali Bear. But making his entrance first is none other than your boyfriend's favorite wrestler, Xander Phillips.
Chase, you talked about momentum, and it's been stop and start for both these men. One young into his career, and one young into a singles run that started off hot, banishing a former tag partner across the country and out of Primal Pro Wrestling out of San Diego. And now your boyfriend's favorite wrestler, the X Factor,
As he solo
looking to get back in the win column heading to Summer Surge.
boyfriend's favorite wrestler, X Factor, Xander Phillips.
You know, last time we saw Xander was about a month ago when he took on CJ Tino. Truly pushed Mr. 551, the deadlift king, to his limits. Unfortunately, was not able to get a win, but proved everyone why he's a mainstay here at Primal Rage.
I would call him one of the hidden gems of San Diego. Don't let me tell you, or don't let him hear that I said that about him, but he truly is. He's been talented, he's always bettering his game, and a match like CJ Tino is going to push you to your limit. And now a match like, oh, geez, you put that on your mouth? You might want to get that stuff checked out.
What flavor do you think it is?
I don't want to know.
And his opponent,
Now it's time for his opponent to be making his way. As we know, he loves the Dago crowd. He loves the Cali faithful. He's none other than the Cali Bear, who is himself.
Bringing the party to 2050 Wilson Ave. And he spoke earlier this week, saying he's got something that the X Factor does not. The intangible of respect. Respect for this business, respect for Primal Pro Wrestling, the respect of his years. So
California, where a total of 2 lowriders, the Cali Bear,
As we know, Grizz, every time he shows up, he shows out. So he's so close to a victory, but yet not always able to get it tonight. He is looking to take on Xander Phillips and potentially get his first win heading into Summer Surge.
You know, I was speaking with Xander Phillips earlier today in preparation for this match. I asked him what kind of experience he might have with someone like Grizz. He's like, he's familiar with bears in his time. This is something else entirely. I'm not sure what he meant by that, but all the same here, I am looking forward to this singles competition between Grizz and Xander Phillips.
Xander Phillips is not someone who is short of having to face larger men, as we know, was able to vanquish JF 3000 off his own block. but now Xander Phillips might be in there with someone he's never encountered before. When it comes to the Cali Bear Grizz, he will stalk his prey. He will find the right moment to capitalize and pounce.
Not only that, but when we come to face-to-face, strength-to-strength competition like this in a collar and elbow, I'm not taking the X Factor's odds. I'll say it like that. Now, this is the kind of guy that can use the ring to his advantage. This is the kind of guy... Chesty words, like I was saying. He's not going to let a guy like Grizz get the upper hand in the strength game, but to try that, I think, is just a play at the ego. Oh, come on now.
Xander trying to meet Cali Bear at his own game, but now getting a headlock.
And absolutely brutal. As you can see, the biceps of the Cali Bear, even just the waist, the width of this guy. He has a lot of strength, and he's also a lot of speed as well. Hold for hold is nowhere I'd want to be anywhere near the Cali Bear, especially when he builds up momentum like this.
Oh! Almost pouncing him out of the ring.
And look at this, he's not done yet. He's got that second gear like few others his size. Whoa! Beautiful takeover.
Wow, able to roll into a cover is the Cali Bear. But no, Xander doing exactly the same, only able to get a 2 count.
Excellent use of a Skydust special from Cali Bear, but again, an excellent reversal from the X Factor. He's gonna have to crawl to the ceiling if he wants to get away from this guy. Hey, don't forget, Xander, bears can climb trees.
This Cali Bear is a different cat, someone that Xander has never faced before. Gonna really have to bring some old moves out of his arsenal, be able to chop down the big man.
And certainly sparing no expense, pulling on the braids, the bandana. Not exactly the game plan I would enter.
But Xander, not falling from that shoulder tackle, was able to muster up enough strength to stay on his feet. Now hitting the ropes is Cali Bear, but oh, eating a face full of ash.
2 cheeks, but only one winner of this contest.
Massive bear splash, only a 2 count.
And Cali Bear Grizz is one of those guys I love to watch. I love to see develop so young in his career. He's the kind of guy who has confidence to spare. And he has that hard-hitting strength as well. He's a very patient guy, a very fun-loving guy, but one I'd hate to see get mad.
Very deceptive speed, has incredible strength as the Cali Bear. But my goodness, that is not a way an arm should twist. And Xander Phillips making mincemeat.
Almost like a dragon screw-like maneuver over the rope onto his elbow. That could have hyperextended. That could have torn out his shoulder. Absolutely devastating. And this is where Xander Phillips comes in high regard. He can take apart his opponents piece by piece. He nearly did it to CJ Tino, let's not forget.
And CJ Tino in that match was fighting on 1 foot, mind you, because that is the kind of game that Xander Phillips brings. It's ground and pound. It's going after the ligaments. It's targeting a part of your body and going at it till it's dead.
And Chase, look at this here, not just applying that front face lock, but keeping the hammer on that as well, torquing that shoulder. Clearly Grizz has the strength advantage, but he might not have it when he only has one arm to fight with.
This one-armed bear is fighting with everything he can with the Dago faithful behind him, but now Xander Phillips grabbing onto his new locks. Oh!
Devastating maneuver, almost like a reverse DDT from the hair. Now off the ropes.
Oh, split leg. I believe he calls that the bolt cutters.
I can't imagine why. All the same, Grizz still fighting to his feet. Credit where credit is due here. But Xander Phillips is maintained a laser-like focus on that shoulder, on that arm. He has found his target, and he's willing to do whatever it takes to get back in that win column.
Oh yeah, since targeting the arm, he has commanded the ring. This has been Xander's game, and now fighting on his back foot. You don't usually see an underdog bear, but
and look at this, just torquing the shoulder all the way. Forearm strikes aside, fighting to those ropes. Now he's got a break.
Looking to hyperextend it, but Xander's going to use the full 5 count to his display, and now just kicking it out of its socket.
Not only that, but right on the joint, right on the elbow. It's not just nerve damage, he could have broken his arm.
2, 3.
Now looking at insult to injury again, a massive target. Now just mocking the Cali Bear. A shotgun drop kick to that right arm.
And you saw the expertise, the use of awareness of Xander Phillips, not only trapping his arm in the ropes, but trapping it within the jersey that Cali Bear wears. If you were wondering, he was so stuck in that crook that he couldn't get it out in time.
Now just taking him to the floor is Xander Phillips. Looking to twist that arm in places he's never twisted before. Looking for a win to get back in contention, to get back in the rankings. But the Cali Bears looking to fight out of it.
Sweet release, but no one home in the big splash. Now Xander crowding in, eats an elbow instead.
Gonna hit the top rope potentially. Is the Cali Bear looking for the second rope.
Dangerous position to be in. Cross body, picture perfect, rolls through.
Beautiful. Both men hitting the canvas and bouncing up from that impact. And now, pounds.
Huge shoulder blocks, time and again. This is exactly where I love to see this guy. Off the ropes, big and butts.
Pop-up headbutt from the Cali Bear.
The Cali Bear can't lose steam now. He's gonna charge in for that big splash off the roll.
A rolling splash there, but only able to get a 2 count. Almost trapping his arms there. Almost Xander Phillips not able to get out.
2.5, 2 3/4. When you got a guy this friggin' big right over your chest, there is no way you're gonna get your shoulders up in time. But now it could be over before it even starts for the X Factor.
Big man looking to call it. Potentially end it here, but no, low kick from Xander Phillips.
Now off the ropes, dangerous position, X kick!
What a maneuver. And now continuing on the hold of that arm. Looking to lock in the XO skeleton. No hugs and kisses from the Cali Bear here.
XO skeleton applied middle of the ring, and that's it, that's the match! And he still has a hold and he's submitted, come on!
Your winner by way of submission, X Factor, Xander Phillips!
You know, it's obviously great for the X Factor to be back in the win column, but so disappointing, not just for a losing effort from Cali Bear Grizz, but he had so much left in the tank. This guy doesn't tire. He doesn't get tuckered out, even when his arm might be out of his socket. He had to tap for the wellness, the wherewithal for maybe another shot, whether it's at Summer Surge or elsewhere.
The day will come when the win column opens for the Cali Bear Grizz, but unfortunately tonight, when it comes to the X Factor, there's no one better than your boyfriend's favorite wrestler.
Tough slip for the Cali Bear. But there's one bear in this cave now, and it is Xander Phillips.
Stay clear of that lollipop, Now from one singles action to the next, we have Joey Lancaster, the crown jewel of professional wrestling, going against Mr. Ma, the master of ass whooping, Michael Hopkins. All that coming to you next.
We're going to take a little throw, Hopkins. Absolutely amazing individuals who find your wrestling in National City, ladies and gentlemen. But of course, all gas, no breaks. We got plenty more in store for you. Whoa, we look like we doubled here. Good to see you folks. Welcome. I gotta ask, a lot of people here. Anybody's first time seeing a wrestling show at all? Anybody? Make some noise for our folks. Come on. Welcome. Glad to have you here. Welcome to the family. Just some housekeeping. If you see anybody you like, cheer for them. Alright? If you see anybody you don't like, boo them. Wendy, of course, be a little bit more discretion. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you see a dive coming, please, for the love of God, get out of the way and help each other. And as well, kids, as always, don't try this at home. Thank you. Alright, folks. Who's ready for another match? Alright. The next match is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Your referee for this contest, Mr. David Burnquist.
This is a match I've been looking forward to since it was announced.
First,
two of the best hold-for-hold wrestlers we have here at Primal. As you said, Chase, the alleged crown jewel, the alleged leader of the revolution here, Joey Lancaster against the Ma, player one, the master of ass whooping, Michael Hopkins.
But now, coming through the curtain is none other than the leader of the Gooners himself, The man has touted a revolution to Primal Pro Rage. A man who has backed it up in the win column. And now he's looking to bring retribution tonight. J2 Mattioli able to take him. Get out of here, Stu. J2 Mattioli able to take out Joey Lancaster in the quarterfinals of that Odyssey Cup tournament. He wants to inflict punishment on someone that J2 has known for a long time. As you said, player one, Michael Hopkins, is stepping in to the ring.
The man with the aura. Frankie Flacco and Zook. He is the grand jewel of professional wrestling. He is the man with the aura, Joey Lancaster.
You know, Chase, you would have thought that a quarterfinal loss to J2 Mattioli would have perhaps deflated the ego, send him back to the drawing board as far as Joey Lancaster is concerned. Yet it's only made him that much more insufferable, along with Zook, along with Frankie Flacco.
He feels like he has a chip on his shoulder, and when Joey has a chip on his shoulder, he is the most dangerous. When the losses come, Joey figures out a way to get those wins, whether it be by hook or by crook. And if I'm the Ma, Mr. Michael Hopkins, I'm doing everything I possibly can, not only to neutralize Joey Lancaster, but the Goonies in tow.
No Hoochie Daddy shorts, but the scooter is out. The man with the tiger blood. The man who is
Making his way to the ring, Michael Mr. Always Winner, Michael Hopkins.
I wouldn't put it past him. I mean, I saw him at the San Diego Zoo recently. I mean, he brought the scooter. Yeah, exactly. All the same here, Michael Hopkins, one of the most evolutionary animals here at the Primal Pro Wrestling Academy. Not just because he's one of the trainers here, but he's adaptable. He can adapt to the styles and the dynamics of his opponents. He might come in here using those kung fu skills he learned from the Two-Dang Clan. He might come in here using the skills that he learned with Mickey Rose at 24K. But now, we've got one half of Tiger Blood, we've got the Maw, and we've got a staple of San Diego wrestling, Michael Hopkins.
Michael Hopkins looking better than ever tonight, and he is looking to follow up the momentum he got by beating Poppy Garcia 2 weeks ago by taking down the crown jewel of professional wrestling.
Nobody likes you, Zook.
That is true. No one likes you.
Especially me.
Hey, it's not a competition, right? Joey Lancaster, Michael Hopkins. They're the kind of guys with confidence for days. They could be circling each other for as long as they need to find a weakness.
Almost like an aura off in the ring right now between the Ma and the man with the aura.
It's an intangible force that binds us all. It's aura, it's Riz, whatever you want to call it. These guys got it in spades. They'll take as much time as they need to for that lock-up, for that Greco-Roman knuckle lock. But very clearly, we're off to the races now.
Straight to a headlock is Joey Lancaster. He understands he's got to ground Michael Hopkins. He's got to take that offense out. Oh, and doing just so. That nasty shoulder tackle.
Oh, well-placed trip.
Had that leapfrog scouter, was able to get him right from under him, and now just standing in front of him, telling him to bask in his glory.
Now a double leg, but he's not done yet. Doesn't have to be pretty, but it sure gets results. What's the Oregon gonna do you when he got punched in the face?
Turned it into a hockey fight here just minutes into this match.
Back to the drawing board for Joey Lancaster, especially after a loss to J2 Mattioli last time out in the Odyssey Cup. But with Zook and Frankie Flacco in his corner, we have seen this man pull victory from the jaws of defeat countless times. No matter how skilled he may be, he always has a bailout plan. Whoa!
Talk about a bailout plan. We look at Joey Lancaster. He's got those Gooners in tow tonight. So not only does... Oh, bited him!
I think you learned that one from Asterix the Two-Dang Clan.
You said you want to get underhanded, you want to go tit for tat. All right. Michael Hopkins in the face of Joey Lancaster for lunch. But now Lancaster just grabbing the hair of Michael Hopkins and forcing him down.
Joey Lancaster is not afraid of cutting any corners, and this is hardly about a win or loss at this point. It is clearly about a emphatic victory. And you're talking to a guy who has cut plenty of corners on his own. Michael Hopkins has no such compunction for honor or dignity. He's looking to do it the Maw's way.
And now just headbutts in tandem from Michael Hopkins, sending Joey Lancaster reeling to the ropes.
Whip reverse now, momentum shift. Stop, start, action. Whoa, over the top rope, nearly spilled on the outside.
Send him to the apron as Michael Hopkins. And now one scout, now a massive right punch.
Golly, big boot to the outside. Michael Hopkins building momentum. He's in his element.
Potentially looking to fly as Michael Hopkins, but no, these gooners grabbing the golden scooter. Player one.
I wouldn't get so close with that, buddy. That could be a weapon in the hands of Michael Hopkins.
Michael Hopkins doesn't care if it's 1-on-1, 2-on-1, 3-on-1. He'll take you all. There's a reason they call him the master of ass whooping, and that's exactly what he's going to show on display tonight.
He's perfectly willing to hold that scooter hostage, especially if it means Joey Lancaster gets the upper hand like he is now.
He's able to bait him out of it. I don't know if Michael Hopkins saw what Lancaster went, was able to go into our front of the building, was able to shove him into that metal post, and now firmly in contention.
Heavy, heavy stomps. Meanwhile, I don't think Zook has a license to drive, much as a license to drive a scooter.
Just stealing things that isn't his. Now both these men just taking joyrides while Joey Lancaster stomped on the larynx of Michael Hopkins.
Picking the bones of his opponents is his speciality. He's the kind of guy who is willing to scrape his opponent off the mat. Listen, stop crashing into the crowd, all right? They didn't sign a waiver.
Try to match here, boys.
Boys is excellent because they're kids, they're not men, they're children. Meanwhile, the ring, Joey Lancaster trying to choke the life out of Michael Hopkins and winning aspirations.
That is in deep there.
I bet this guy couldn't even do a bunny hop, Frankie Flacco.
Got no tricks on him. You talk about tricks, Michael Hopkins using every one he's got in the book to get out of that. Now hitting the ropes.
Eats a big kitchen sink knee right to the solar plexus, and he's not done yet. We've seen this before. Big leg drop. Bulldog.
Going for the cover is Lancaster, only getting a 2. No, that was not a 3, Zook.
It's not the Supreme Court. You can't overrule anybody, Zook.
Now continuing the onslaught, telegraphing on the neck. Able to get it again, now with a devastating knee.
You know, we would have had a better observation about that big knee drop if Zook and Frankie Flacco could get the hell out of the way! Joey Lancaster stalking his prey, and he's not done yet. He doesn't just want a victory, he wants a moral victory. He just wants to prove that he is the better man, that he is right in his views and the way he does things. That is not how the Maw operates.
No stopping that strike, and now you give him 1, he gives you 3. Nasty Euro sends Lancaster to the ropes, but no able to duck under, sending Hopkins into the crowd.
Meanwhile here, Joey Lancaster bickering with the ref, and now we got Frankie Flacco and Zook ganging up on him. You gotta be freaking kidding me!
Again, referee distracted and picking at the carcass like vultures is Frankie Flacco and Zook.
Absolutely despicable. Only 2, but only just. And the wind is beginning to dissipate out of the sails, rather, of Michael Hopkins.
Oh yes, that light is starting to dim. Unfortunately, there are 3 men right in front of him who are giving him the works.
God, I see Zook do that dumb face again, I swear to God.
Get out of the way, Zook! And now, Lancaster looking for that full Nelson slam, potentially.
That facebuster's deadly. But meanwhile, Michael Hopkins fighting free.
Oh, 3rd time's a charm. 3 back. elbows. But now taking an elbow to the back of the head.
Exactly. Now throwing him into the corner, shoulder first. Devastating maneuver.
We're now choking him out with his own scooter is Frankie Flacco. Again, the numbers game is always in the favor of Joey Lancaster, and especially tonight with his two gunners on the side.
Trying to fish hook him with the friggin' scooter. Unbelievable.
Violent as ever are these three hyenas of Primal is what I would call them. Will beat you up and laugh in your face right after. And now Joey Lancaster taking that kick. Gonna sidestep, face first in the second turnbuckle.
The scooter is back in the rightful hands like Mjolnir and Thor's. He's looking at Turn Up the Thunder.
Turn around, dummies. Double clothesline.
Frankly, it's better than they didn't. I like that they got hit in the back of the head.
Now Michael Hopkins turning his attention to Joey Lancaster, potentially hitting the rope, looking for the lariat.
And what's he calling for here? Perhaps looking for that fireman's carry once again. Right now, leg drop. What a maneuver!
Innovative as hell. Wow, but Joey Lancaster stays in the fight.
And once again, we got Frankie Flacco and Zook with the scooter again. Wasn't enough to eat a clothesline on the back of the head.
Now Michael Hopkins is not going to turn his attention to the outside. He's got to keep his focus on Joey Lancaster.
Going for that Tiger driver.
But again, Zook getting up to the apron, rearing his ugly head, and Michael Hopkins business and eating a super kick.
Devastating kick. Oh, what a knee!
Leaping knee from Joey Lancaster right on the money.
No! Well scouted!
Wow.
Missed the trouble in paradise, and now that full Nelson, no! What a roundhouse! Walk off, home run! And it is Michael Hopkins' match. Tiger driver hooked up.
But I kicked his head off, but no, Lancaster still has stuff in him, able to get into it.
Oh my God!
Nasty headshot. Now full Nelson face slam.
He's put away countless opponents before, and now eating a scooter shot. Unbelievable!
Stealing yet another victory from a Primal.
Your winner, Joey Lancaster.
Talk about retribution. Lancaster to be back in the win column. But no thanks, all thanks to Zook and Frankie Flacco.
It's not enough that Michael Hopkins went down. It's not enough. Come on!
You guys did enough with the scooter. This man has hurt enough.
You gonna steal his scooter now too?
We get the message. You don't have to do this. Looking at stomp potentially the head of Michael Hopkins in, but that's a Rebel Storm in. Two-thing!
Two-thing, the sensei of the two-thing clan of the Rebel Storm. We saw him in tag action. Now we're seeing him bail out Michael Hopkins.
Looking to help his first ever peer. That's right, Michael Hopkins, as we know, the two-thing clan.
Hey! Here I was thinking I was done with you two goons and Joey Lancaster, but I see that you still want a piece of the Rebel Storm. And I know I speak for Two-Tang when I say that we will be happy to give you more than you bargained for. Isn't that right, too? Yeah!
Well said.
And in many words.
Now, I know Orion Odyssey is somewhere in this building. He's listening. He's watching. So, to my understanding, that Summer Surge card has an extra spot. Me, add one more to that spot. That's right. You, me, and Two-Tang versus the goons and the man who thinks he has the aura.
Massive challenge hit for Summer Surge. It'll be Joey Lancaster and the Goons versus Two-Tang Clan.
The gauntlet has been thrown. The challenge has been accepted.
We're going to show you how to say our name next time.
the Two Thang Clan against Joey Lancaster and his goons.
And as we know, when it comes to Two Thang Clan, well, Two Thang Clan ain't nothing to F with. And they have something to prove. Summer Surge. There's been such a pleasure to call the action with Barry Sweeney. We will see him back in the booth later. But now,
Surge, baby, July 20th. Don't miss it.
is none other than a special guest here to Primal Rage, the main man.
I'll be right back. Just gotta catch a Greyhound.
Ethan, first time in the booth. So happy to have you at Primal. How you doing tonight?
Doing well. Privileged to be alongside you. And even more so to be on the call for two staples of our Primal Pro Tag Team Division in action next.
Man tag team action, folks. Summer Surge, July 20th. Mark it on your calendars, folks. And if you haven't already got a ticket, like Commissioner O'Reilly mentioned, you can certainly buy them up front, but you can also purchase any of our Summer Surge tickets from our wrestlers in the back as well. So at the end of the show, you want to buy it from one of them, it actually supports the wrestler a little bit. Gives them back a little bit of money too, folks. So if you want to support your favorite, go buy a ticket from them. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a lot of great singles matches. Who's ready for tag team action? Oh, yeah. Some great teams here, folks. The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
We know who the champs are. We know who will be challenging them at Summer Surge. But who's third in line chase?
It's a very good question. We're going to see that tonight. As we know, Lucha Kings, Latino Warfare have been so close to those tag team championships. Was not able to get them, but tonight, these two contenders fight for third place. We'll get championship action after Summer Surge.
Tag team.
These world travel men, this tag team coming straight from Japan.
The Lucha
reinvented, I would say, Latino Warfare.
Latino Warfare have quite a test ahead of them. One of the most successful tag teams in Primal history. Coming off a loss to the pump line the last time we saw him. He's very get right back in the wing column. Get back to block the win tonight.
As we know, when it comes to Latino Warfare, was able to go at it twice with the pump line. Each time, first it was the locker room, then it was Estrellas Atléticos. Now they're looking to prove with this new edge to them that they can take down the pump line, that they can take down the Brothers Divine, that they can be tag team champions.
But enough talk. It's time for action. Latino Warfare with lots to prove as they make their way to the ring.
Look at that. All new attire, all new attitude. I'm liking this new Latino Warfare.
Gustavo Perez and the Golden Star athlete, Javi Baja, the newly rebranded Latino Warfare.
Latino Warfare made their intentions known. They're done being jokes. They're done not being taken seriously. But it's one thing to say that. It's another thing to carry it out in that ring.
Wanting to shed the Estrellas moniker, wanting to no longer be referred to as Primal Muppets. Tonight, they bring a new attitude, a new look, and they're looking to get back in the win column for title contention.
High-flying, hard-hitting. This is what Javi Baja and Gustavo Perez bring to Primal Pro. But that describes the Lucha Kings just as well.
Oh, absolutely flashy as ever, as we can see both teams sporting new looks. But again, when it comes to the Lucha Kings, veterans in the game, especially not only when it comes to tag, but Lucha Libre. And of course, these men upping their game, just having their time in Japan, in Shinjuku Face in 2A, and oh my God!
And the intentions of Latino Warfare made clear.
Now Both these men just looking to stomp a hole. These are two different men that I have ever seen, Ethan Lawmaster. These are not the same Javi Baja and Gustavo Perez.
And it's the frustration, it's the burnout, getting to Latino Warfare. They want that win in the worst kind of way. Look at this.
No.
Javi Baja tearing at the mask of bamboo.
The worst thing you could do to a luchador is take off his mask. Both these men just taking it to the Lucha Kings.
And you heard them on commentary the last time the Lucha Kings were in competition. They have a deep disrespect for Lucha Libre as they plant bamboo face first with a flapjack.
Now Javi Baja, finally match getting underway, going to the outside. And now Goose just taking in the boos from the crowd, almost gloating at the damage he's already done to the Lucha Kings. And now going again after the mask of bamboo.
But again, Latino Warfare want legitimacy. They want to be taken seriously. Is this the right move to make if they're trying to achieve that?
Depends. I mean, it could potentially get them in the win column. Not going to, hopefully, get any favors when it comes to the SD faithful, but they don't care about the crowd anymore. All they care about is wins, money, getting the job done. That's exactly what we're seeing on display tonight. Lucha Kings almost looking like they're in too deep of waters.
These are the right moves that Latino Warfare needs to make. Out of the corner with a bulldog, Gustavo Perez. Highly successful in their return.
Oh yeah, Javi Baja, the legal man, going for a cover, only a 2. You gotta wonder, Ethan Lawmaster, when it comes to the Lucha Kings, what do they have to bring to this match to get back into contention, to get back in the winning column, especially against two men who jumped them at the beginning of the match?
Well, making use of their lessons they learned in Japan. Their strikes, their technique. That game has been up during that time, and we're seeing it right here. In addition to the speed we know all too well for the Lucha Kings. Right back up with a drop kick for Gustavo Perez. Now Javi Baja. In there with Bamboo. And Bamboo took his eye off the ball and he pays for it.
Oh yeah, eating a massive lariat from Javi Baja. And now Baja and Goose looking to add insult to injury. And if I'm Bamboo, I'm doing everything I can to get to my corner, to get to El Rey, to get to the bigger man in the tag team. But only a 2 count from Gustavo Perez on that splash.
And it speaks to how much Latino Warfare have evolved as a tag team. I mean, have you ever seen them this dominant?
No. I gotta say, when it came to their last time, their last fight against the Pump Line, they showed shades of this kind of intensity, this kind of vigor. But tonight, it is on a whole different display. They've cranked it up to a 10.
Now Javi Baja out of the picture. Bamboo takes to the apron. Enziguri stuns Gustavo Perez. Taking to the top. Cross body.
Picture perfect. He got all of that on the money, but only a 2 count.
But this is the opening Bamboo has been looking for. Now he has a decision to make. Does he go to his tag partner or keep the assault on Gustavo Perez?
Gustavo Perez having other plans. Backing up to the corner, but now it's El Rey and Javi Baja back in the ring. El Rey looking to get back into firm standings when it comes to this tag match, but eats a kick and a spear!
Made the mistake of springing off the corner adjacent to his tag partner cover, and that opened the door to the attack from Gustavo Perez.
Oh yeah, now Javi Baja going ground and pound. Again, it is not beautiful, it's all ugly, but it gets the job done for sure. And if I'm these men, I'm neutralizing the lower body. I'm taking out the legs of the Lucha Kings. It grounds their aerial offense, their Lucha moves. And now, just taking out the head of the king himself is Javi and Goose.
But again, think about the Lucha Kings' time in Japan. Those arms are just as dangerous. Those forearms, those chops, enhanced by their time overseas. Right now, eating a series of strikes from Latino Warfare, covered by Gustavo Perez. But the Lucha Kings are not going to give up that easily.
No, they are not. There is a fight. There is a non-quit mentality when it comes to these Kings, and it is on full display. Now Goose doing everything he can to muster up the bigger man, El Rey. Get him back into his corner for Javi Baja.
Once again, going after that lower body, as you said, this time targeting the back.
Oh yeah, lower back, hitting with that soccer kick. As we know, those kicks, those legs of Gustavo Perez, the soccer star on his own, are as lethal as they come.
Back in comes Baja, back in the corner. Goes El Rey now off the ropes. But El Rey's ready for it. Super kick to Gustavo Perez, but Javi Baja quick to cut him off.
It's like a 2-on-1 in the ring right now, but malfunction at the junction when it comes to Latino Warfare, and El Rey using that to capitalize to get back in the game.
And miscommunication sends Gustavo to the outside. Down goes Baja, but he's in the way of Bamboo and the tag out.
Can the King make it to the corner? No! Gustavo Perez gets him off the apron just in time.
Great thinking by Gustavo Perez. Now Latino Warfare with the ball in their court, driving that boot into the back of El Rey.
Very cerebral approach tonight from Latino Warfare. Usually we see them get swept up in the emotion, in their pent-up aggression, but tonight they are firing on all cylinders.
Focus, that is the key word for this new Latino Warfare.
Just mocking the Lucha Kings in their signature Lucha pose.
But that is fired off El Rey, off into the ropes, rolling back to his feet, sprinkling with a drop kick, sending Baja to the floor.
Oh my goodness. You talk about men who can fly, you talk about innovative offense. Lucha Kings are where you should look no further. But again, El Rey trying to get that tag. Gustavo now in the ring, but I don't know if referee Juan Montana saw that.
Great thinking by Gustavo Perez. Now there's no one to interfere.
Now these men are going to pick the bones, eat the carcass like vultures, and stomp in a mud hole in El Rey is Latino Warfare.
These are the tag team instincts that Gustavo and Javi have been missing. Now they're putting it to good use, sending El Rey back into the corner.
Javi Baja using his size and speed to his advantage with that splash, and now tagging in Goose. Both men hitting the ropes. Oh, big kick, forearm smash.
And looking to put the finishing touch, drop kick in the corner.
Now just dragging him to the center of the ring, hoping to get that cover away from the ropes. The Lucha Kings keep it going.
And Latino Warfare making the right moves, picking their moments wisely, but they gotta hit something big if they want to put the Lucha Kings away.
Again, nasty soccer kick, targeting the back of El Rey, targeting the back of Bamboo, looking to chop these men down.
As they send El Rey into the corner, El Rey reverses, stuns Gustavo with the back elbow, soul butt to Javi Baja. Sends Gustavo into his partner, neckbreaker DDT combo.
El Rey using the aggression of Latino Warfare against them. And now, looking to do everything he can to get that.
But El Rey has got to make the crawl. He's got to make the tag out to Bamboo. He's had all that time to recover. Now Bamboo is back in this match.
Gonna do everything he can for the Lucha Kings to get back in contention.
Rolls into the Cazadora, covered by Bamboo. Think again. Stop to the gut of Gustavo Perez.
And now Bamboo fighting with a fist of fury. Double cutter from the top rope.
Beautiful.
Still so much fight, able to kip up afterwards.
And with his eyes set on El Rey, what do the Lucha Kings have in mind here?
Oh, we know when they get in the corner, it only means one thing. Lucha! Tandem splash, enziguri kicks.
And a pair of cutters.
Cutters in tandem, now going for the cover. Thought it might have been it there, Ethan.
So close, but it speaks to the resilience of both these teams. How much this tag division means to the Lucha Kings and Latino Warfare.
Now Lucha Kings looking up to liven the SD faithful, get them back on their side. Hopefully help them get back in a firm standings. Sending Javi to the top rope.
Perhaps thinking for that LKO, but right place, right time. Gustavo Perez there to break it up.
Looking for a low gut kick, and now both these men potentially looking for the end. Nope, a little meat in the middle.
But now it's Baja taking to the top rope. Bamboo right where he wants it. A beautiful moonsault.
Talk about high risk, high reward, Lawmaster. Oh, but El Rey able to
gotta have your bases covered. You gotta be aware of where your enemies are at all times. But now their sights are set on El Rey, and I don't think he'll be interfering again.
Latino Warfare in full contention right now, but now just tandem super kicks in stereo. Oh, double knees into a splash from Bamboo.
And Boha's not getting away scot-free!
Say the crowd is now lively. They've woken up, and it's thanks to the Lucha Kings. What innovative offense, what crazy tag moves. Now sending Ivy to the top rope with a big step-up kick.
And perhaps another shot at that signature LKO. But look at Javi Baja!
Going after the mask yet again, the hair of Bamboo, and it's off! It's off! No, they're looking to hit it.
Not like this! Not like this!
Moab!
Your winners, Latino Warfare.
It was about sending a message, not just to the pump line, to the entire Primal Pro roster. Latino Warfare have got it.
They called their shots. They said they would come with a new attitude, a new name, and they did just that. But what's on the menu when it comes to Latino Warfare? And wins.
And as the tag team division heats up, regardless of who walks that Summer Surge, the titles, it'll be Latino Warfare wait for.
Used to hate how the crowd was treating them. Now these Latino Warfare boys are loving it. Give them boos, give them jeers. They don't care. All they care about is wins, money, and looking their best.
Chase, it's a pleasure to call with you, but I gotta throw it back to the voice of San Diego, Mr. Barry Sweeney himself.
Lucha Kings looking at the drawing board when it comes to tag team action to potentially get back in contention. But now, coming back to the booth is none other than the golden voice of professional wrestling, the only man on my wrestling bucket list, Sweeney.
It's good to be seen. It's good to see you, Chase, as always. Disappointing showing for the Lucha Kings making their big return here at the Primal compound, but what a hellacious showing from Latino Warfare. I mean, a new iteration of Gustavo and Javi. This could go so many directions. Not a lot of them good.
Very dangerous boys now.
I don't like seeing someone in a mask like that. It's a travesty, really. But folks, it's not Estrellas Atléticos for a reason. It's Latino Warfare. Anything goes in war, I suppose. But I might not like it. We can only expect to see worse than Gustavo Perez and Javi Baja, that's for sure. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, we got plenty more in store. Who's ready for another match? All right, ladies and gentlemen, your next contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
And now from tag team action, we are back at singles action. As El Mexica, fresh from his New Japan Academy debut, comes home to the Primal compound. Unfortunately, CJ Tino out of the match tonight with an injury. We hope for a speedy recovery to see Mr. 551 potentially back here as soon as he can.
Making his first appearance since the New Japan Pro Wrestling Academy Showcase from San Isidro, California, weighing in at 88 kilos, el PMC, el campeón del pueblo, el Mexica.
You know, Chase, you might have to repeat yourself with this big ovation from Mexica from his return to the New Japan Academy. It is hard to hear the Primal compound. What an ovation. They say babies in the air in this business is quite literally babies in the air. What a showing, what a guy. Perhaps it's something to say now, too.
¿Cómo están, San Diego? There's a lot of things going through my mind right now. The last 24 hours of my life have been the most exciting, as some of you may know. And although there's a lot of things that I do want to say, there's a lot of things that I don't want to say off my chest. The first and only thing I want to say right now is que estoy en casa.
He has come home.
For those of you that don't know, less than 3 months ago, I left Primal Pro Wrestling to better myself. I left Primal Pro Wrestling to go train at the New Japan Pro Wrestling Academy.
Damn right.
And tonight, I was supposed to wrestle the man that guided me throughout that journey. Tonight, I was supposed to wrestle the man that paved the way that I am now walking. And that is Mr. 551, the deadlift king, the New Japan Pro strong survivor, CJ. You guys know CJ better than I do. You guys know the best thing about CJ. There's also sadly the worst thing about CJ, and that is that he was the hardest worker. I don't know anybody that can go 2 shows, main event, back to back, for New Japan Pro Wrestling to here at Rising Star last night. You gave that match eventually. I promise, se los prometo. Te fue de mi corazón. But now, I believe with CJ Woodbush. And I'm calling out anybody in that locker room.
Oh!
Come out and face me like a man. Because let's be honest, I didn't come back from Carson to talk to you guys how much I love all of you. I came here for a fight domine por pedazos. So whether it's the news, whether it's something that I'm going to wrestle with me, I'm ready for you.
Big words from Mexica. Open challenge has been announced. Who's going to answer the call? Who? I mean, it could be anybody on the roster chomping at the bit for a fight. It's already been a hectic night. And oh my God.
Talk about a man who's already acted in the main event of Summer Surge. Answering the call is none other than the Radiant Sun, the second generation sensation. You know him as Jake Redondo.
The #1 contender to the Primal Pro Wrestling Championship is
Making his way to the ring from San Diego, California, weighing in at 190 pounds, he is the Radiant Sun, your inaugural RC Cup Tournament winner, your #1 contender for Primal Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Championship, Jake Redondo.
So it may be disappointing that CJ Tino is a 551, a good friend of mine, can't be here. We wish him well. We wish him a smooth, steady recovery. But what a match we've been gifted. We've been doled out here. Mexica on his return to the New Japan Academy, and the Radiant Sun #1 contender, Jake Redondo. I mean, you couldn't ask for 2 harder workers. You couldn't ask for 2 better examples of what Primal's all about.
I want to thank all the Primal faithful. It's been such a pleasure to call the action tonight. I have been Chase Mansfield, but now joining the action for this impromptu match is none other than the voice of Primal Pro Wrestling, Harry Sweeney.
Me? Myself? By myself? Oh, it's Ario. Hi, Ario.
Yes, sir. I could not want to stay away from the booth for this kind of a match.
I appreciate it, man. We talk about hard workers. We got CJ Tino, Mexica, Jake Redondo, and you, the voice of Primal. But all the same now, not exactly what I expected. We had notes prepared. We had so much tail of the tape on CJ Tino and Mexica. Now we're going to have to size up the #1 contender, Jake Redondo, against Mexica now.
I got to say, Commissioner Honesty's birthday is the gift that keeps on giving here, Barry. And look at this. high-quality wrestling right here in National City.
You know, there's very few competitors in Primal, that I have more stake in than Mashika. This kid is the real deal. He is so versatile in his style, lucha libre, amateur wrestling, and most importantly, the connection to these people here at 2050 Wilson Ave, National City, the place to be for San Diego wrestling.
Well, I gotta say, Bill, I mean, you're putting great stake in Mashika, and I understand, but I gotta take great stock in our #1 contender right now. Coming out even after a contract signing, knowing full well he could be injured in this match for July 20th Summer Surge.
And on top of all that, Ario, I mean, listen, he's risking it for the biscuit, just for the love of the game we have in this match. This is not for contenders, this is not for a title shot. This is just a challenge was issued, and he was the guy who had the temerity to answer the call. Credit to Jake Redondo where it's due, but there is an inherent risk here, especially when dealing with Mashika.
But that risk is warranted here. It's championship material. The cover, very quick.
And this is the kind of pace that Mashika as well as Jake Redondo benefit from, that second and third gear. And not only that, Ario, as I was saying, the New Japan Pro Wrestling Academy in Los Angeles, California only takes the best, only accepts the best. That's the reason why CJ Tino is the strong survivor. That's the reason a guy like Mashika has upped his game. I mean, he's got to have another dimension, like a fourth dimension to his style. Look at this.
I'm seeing it right now, Barry Sweeney. I mean, my goodness. Such great speed and tenacity here on display. Excellent work there by Mashika.
And talk about a match that might spill to the outside, that might spill into the parking lot. It's between these two. The heaviest hitters, the fastest drivers. They're the kind of guys who can go anywhere. They're like superheroes in flight.
I'm not gonna lie, Barry. It's a match made in heaven. It seems like these two perfectly complement each other. Oh my goodness.
Whoa! Oh, big leg drop right across the back of the neck. Whiplash to Mashika.
You gotta give Jake Redondo here credit. Scouting all these moves here, he's gonna have that same level of reflexes against Jeremiah. Ooh.
Nobody over the Senton Atomico.
Let's see if he can capitalize. With the energy of the audience on his back. Ooh, Mashika taking out the legs of Redondo.
And a senton of his own. Latino heat in the building in our semi-main event. No, only two.
It is amazing here, Barry, how much culture, how much history is on display. From the pure outfit of Mashika to the wrestling techniques he has cultivated, not only here, but at New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Both these men represent a legacy in pro wrestling. The Radiant Son, the son of the Radiant One, Jason Redondo. Mashika from a lineage of professional wrestling, whether it's lucha libre, amateur wrestling, and now the strong style of New Japan.
It's gonna make you feel proud, Barry Swing, to be part of the new generation of wrestlers here in San Diego. Oh! Seeing them sacrifice their bodies for this amazing audience is nothing short of spectacular.
It makes me damn proud, and it makes me damn glad I'm on this side of the table and not in that ring. I'll tell you that much.
You're damn right.
Now, Mashika has been in full effect for the majority of this match. Now, Jake Redondo, again, probably focused singularly on Jeremiah Fresh. He can't lose focus on the guy in front of him, which is Mashika. Oh. Wow, what a reversal!
Going for a counter, let's see.
Couldn't bridge the Northern Lights. That could have very well made a difference there, but a beautiful suplex showcasing the raw power, the strength of Mashika.
Just catching it.
We're getting a little chippy here with the #1 contender.
I suppose that never stopped with Mashika.
Ooh. Listen, he's a young kid, he's full of spunk, he's gonna go far in this business, but when it comes to Jake Redondo...
We're seeing some tit for tat now, Barry, that's for sure.
It's gonna get heated sooner rather than later. I'm surprised that it was friendly for this long. Shout out, Fred! Picture perfect scoop slam, perfecting the art of the New Japan Pro Academy in Los Angeles, California. Fred Rosser, one of the great trainers there.
And you hear that call for the audience. And not only is the amazing work there at New Japan Pro Wrestling Academy, it is these audience members, every single one of them, fuels Mashika to get up on on top rope and flying high.
Dangerous position to be in. Decides on the frog splash. No thing going, but rolls through.
Great recovery, but looks like he took a little bit of damage from it. Woo. Picks him up.
Oh, right into a big back breaker, and he's not done yet. Mashika so slow to the cover. He's got to be huffing wind as well. The breakneck pace that the Radiant Sun and Mashika have been operating on is one to see, to be believed.
I'm not gonna lie, Barry, though, I'm worried for Jake. You saw how weak that kick out was. He barely was able to get the arm up on us.
Listen, hey, the only thing that a loss here is going to count against is just the record. He's still the #1 contender, win or lose, but all the same here, he's got to be at 100%, especially with taking on Jeremiah Fresh, not once, not twice, but for the 4th time.
Listen, Barry, taking suplexes like that, I just don't know. Most normal men, they'd be sent to a hospital. For, Jake to recover in 2 weeks, I mean, he has taken a broken nose before.
Whoa!
Hope it didn't break nothing there.
Step up knee, big boot, spills Mashika back in the ring.
Come on! He's dazed, he's reeling, and Jake's firing up here. Up top himself, flying across the head.
Big height, big velocity, only 2. Now again, like we said, we worry about Jake Redondo. We worry about the Radiant Sun's chances, not just in this match, but that Summer Surge, the main event for the Primal Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. With Jeremiah Fresh lurking in the wings, he could have just as easily been the man to answer this challenge, but it could be all for naught. Go for that final cut, perhaps.
Ooh, almost.
Oh, come on!
Just barely.
Chase that separation. Wow, my God, what a headbutt! Like a friggin' Scud missile, and he's not done!
Flying on high, can he continue? Whoa.
Into that springboard spear! No!
Still just 2!
And Ario, you were right on the money. Look how sluggish those kickouts are getting. Whether it's the heat of the moment, whether it's the heat outside here in San Diego in July, it is getting heated in this ring as we come down to the wire.
Of course, let's hope that heat doesn't go to the head of Mashika. He's doing so well in this match to lose it here.
Max Planks! No! Big blue thunder bomb! No!
Great attempt. Mashika can't believe it. I know a kick out for a blue thunder bomb. Who can I guess?
And the impact and strength of Mashika speaks for itself. He is one of the hardest hitting, hardest working young men coming out of the Primal Pro Wrestling Academy.
Truly.
Looks like he's sizing up one again. No!
Barry, these are 2 of our finest here in National City. We're seeing.
Oh my God! He ate all of it.
Oh!
Final cut incoming! And he gets it!
Cover! It's over!
You know, you hate to come out short on an open challenge like that.
Your winner, Jake Thunder!
But what a showing from both these men. What a showing from Mashika on his return to the New Japan Academy. A lot to be proud of and a bright future ahead of him. But is that bright future lit by the Radiant Sun? Jake Redondo heading fresh and with another win into Summer Surge, the main event.
Truly a monumental battle. I hope these 2 wrestle one day sooner than Dory Sweeney. But until then, what a spur-of-the-moment match. Truly indicative of Primal Rage. The essence right here.
Great job from the young Spargan. Great job from the young prospect. Great job from Mashika. We are back once again with Chase Mansfield. Oh! You got the free kidney!
What a nasty club from the belt.
I knew this guy was lurking in the wings. I knew Jeremiah Fresh wouldn't tolerate being shown up, whether or not he was on the card. Title match signing or no. Somebody get a ref out here. Somebody, come on.
Looking to loosen him up before the main event is Jeremiah Fresh. He wants to keep that title anyway. Vegas means. Can we get someone out here, please?
Please, call somebody!
No, Sky High! What are we doing, guys?
Anybody! They're gonna answer an open challenge, but you're not gonna come out for this?
Talk about a birthday surprise for Orion Odyssey. Happy birthday, Commissioner.
You know, we had the contract signing for the title match go well. It was only a matter of time whether a table was broken or not. Absolutely despicable for the Primal Pro Wrestling Champion.
The table might not have been broken, but Jake Redondo right now in the middle of the ring.
Get your hands off Ario on me! You know, we're calling calls from the audience right now to strip the champion. I think that's well within hand.
And he is supposed to meet Jake Redondo in the main event for Summer Surge. But we don't even know now if Jake Redondo will be able to walk into the main event of Summer Surge.
Listen, he already went through a war with Mishika. That was a brutal match on the fly in and of itself. Now getting jumped by the champion. He might be concussed, he might be hurt.
Oh, God.
Now, we saw him break his nose earlier. There's a lot of head trauma right now, especially after that Sky High. He's looking in rough shape, man. Please, I don't know who's going to be in the main event of Summer Surge, but I don't know if it's going to be the Radiant Sun anymore.
My goodness, what devastation.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so sorry about this. I'm gonna make sure Jake is okay. I promise we're gonna have a main event, and I promise Jeremiah Fresh is gonna get what's coming to him. Ladies and gentlemen, I really am at a loss for words. Disgusting is an understatement. We're gonna call in, we're gonna bring Jake, of course, as quick as we can, see how he's doing. We're gonna get him a good day. Ladies and gentlemen, we're so sorry you had to see that, but please, this just means you have to come and support Jake. He's got 2 weeks to recover until July 20th, Summer Surge, folks. If you want to see that man become the new Primal Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, let me hear you! Well, folks, it's been an amazing, very unexpected day so far. But we have now reached our final match. Who's ready for our main event? Let's get ready to wrestle! Get our competitors to the ring!
It's all come down to this. This man has made a very large impact here in Primal Pro Wrestling. Once upon a time at Skyfire, San Diego Pro, Level Up, you name it, he's been there. He is very much part of that DNA, that lineage, and the path of destruction he has wreaked upon San Diego may very well be at its end tonight. Winner or loser.
When you look up San Diego in the dictionary, you see San Diego wrestling. This man, whether you go by the Enterprise, the Kingmaker, the Chocolate Pop, Sweet Robin, Dog, the Football Man, talking this one thing. Train at Skyfire. This man is Ross Shaw, and he's coming in to one.
And how apropos as this music plays, there's only one man to answer the call. There's only one man who has stood up to this bully time and time and time again. His opponent tonight is on the main event of Primal Pro Wrestling. How apropos, how poetic that it is the man that has been his adversary for so long.
Man who he's trained with, the man who he's come up with, and the man who he chose to be his last opponent in San Diego is none other than Mr. San Diego himself. Player 2, J2, Matty Owens.
He might not be the Primal Champion, he might not have won the Odyssey Cup, but this man is the head trainer of Primal Pro Wrestling Academy for a reason. This man is a playmaker for a reason. Mr. Iron Man, Mr. San Diego, as you said, Chase. All of that is to say, this was the only option. This was the only man. This was the only competitor who was going to step up to Robin Shaw and end once and for all a legacy of destruction.
J2 Manuoli looking to have Robin Shaw save his tears for another day. One last time, J2 Manuoli versus Robin Shaw.
He's got to spend 10 minutes getting all that crap off him, too.
Got full suit take off.
Listen, hey, it's sweaty over here, and I haven't even done anything today.
Now let's head it down to the ring for introductions with Ario.
Ladies and gentlemen, your main event is a last time ever match scheduled for one fall. Your referee for this contest, Senior Official Chad Rico. Introducing first, to my right, from the Cayman Islands, representing the Enterprise, Sweet Robin Shaw. Save my voice for it. And his opponent, to my left, from San Diego, California, he is the playmaker, J2 Manuoli.
As we know, the last time we saw J2 Manuoli was the main event, as we know, going after Jake Redondo for that Odyssey Cup. Was not able to secure the cup, but tonight he walks in before Summer Surge to take on a man who he's known for years.
Known for years, fought with for years. There is a lineage of violence, a history of violence between these two men.
Not a lot of the time when you look at the tail of the tape is J2 Manuoli, the smaller man, Barry Sweeney.
Absolutely, especially now. Plenty of times they've faced off, and plenty of times J2 Manuoli did not have the size, the strength, the experience that he does now. Whether or not you think J2 Manuoli might have a screw loose singing to the Weekend, coming out in a motorcycle helmet, you got to admit he is one case in point.
There you go, just singing to the crowd.
One of the most eclectic superstars here at Primal.
Saying we can do this forever, buddy. Unfortunately, J2, this is the last time. Until it's not.
Hey, retirement doesn't mean nothing anymore. You know, Shawn Michaels came back in Saudi Arabia. I'm sure the Crown Prince would be happy to have Robin Shaw.
Big lockup between these two behemoths, and now Robin Shaw, again, just using his power, using his size to muscle J2 into the corner.
You know, he doesn't often sing his own music. I'm so glad we don't normally hear that. I guess it's the first time for everything, and I'm so glad it's the last time.
I wish Robin Shaw had theme music. He would sing.
I disagree. I disagree. That's not a take I agree with, Face, actually, as a matter of fact. I'm not going to tell you how to do your job. I'm not going to vet card you, but, you know, waist lock, never a good idea, especially with Robin Shaw, especially with the size of this guy, the strength of that competitor. Not only that, but J2 Manuoli is going to think twice. Once upon a time, it took more than one playmaker Larry to take this guy down.
Now looking for a potential test of strength. Again, I have to wonder if this is the right play to make by Mr. Playmaker.
You know, I think he's wearing out those engines awfully quick, especially when it comes to, whoa, kicking out the arm there. This is exactly what was in the Playmaker's playbook. Oh.
That was nasty. compound. Oh, hell. Oh, God. He's going to need some ice for that. Talk about Welch very soon.
Oh! Kick right against the throat, right in the larynx of the playmaker.
We're going to take out
the expert in conniving, Robin Shaw. But also brute strength as well.
We're going to take out the win as Robin Shaw, potentially equalize J2. But now just eating a massive forearm and a headbutt.
Perhaps doing more damage to J2 Mattioli than anticipated. Now, we're going with the violence party here at our main event.
Really giving it to sweet Robin Shaw.
Oh, what he's got playing. What do you mean up?
Going for a suplex.
If you bring him up, we're all going down. That ring's gonna implode.
Don't know if we reinforced it enough to be able to take that suplex.
That's what I thought would happen. Come on,
one of his own.
You've known this guy for years. You not only know how great of a wrestler he is, how much of an expert he was, how much of a trainer he is at the Primal Pro Wrestling School, but you also gotta know he is damn big.
350 plus pounds just coming down on J2 Mattioli.
I appreciate that you categorize his weight far more accurately than you did before. You said 200 one time. I nearly socked you in the jaw. Listen, this might be the last time I ever get to ask you this. This might be the last time I ever get to examine this. You know, Shaw's a big guy.
Very
Who's
big.
not saying he's a big guy? Chase Mansfield, ask me what I think about Shaw. He's a big guy!
There you go. Very big. Some would say rotund. But now just giving the violence straight back to J2 Mattioli.
It's a birthday party for our general manager. It's a violence party for J2 and Shaw. Nobody home!
Able to step out of the way, and now, a step-up knee from J2. Telling the Kingmaker to sink.
Big hip check in the corner, bouncing him right off the turnbuckle. Oh my God.
Double cheeks to the face, and now only a 2 count from Robin Shaw.
All cheeked up on a Sunday afternoon, but still this match continues here in our main event.
Robin Shaw reeling from that. I don't think he sees it. Mattioli coming for a kick straight to the back and sending Wendy into the second row.
Ah, Wendy, get out of the way!
You talk about violence, this is what Primal Rage is all about. Our main event here at 2050 Wilson Avenue, and the chops are flying here at the Primal compound.
It can only ever go this way. Hot and heavy on the outside. Whoa, reversed right in the pole.
You know, face first of that pole. Might have to check he's got those teeth still in his mouth.
Wow, if he would be so lucky. It's not so bad. Oh my God, that is that bad actually. Very bad. Listen, I think we're getting caught up in the sentimentality a little bit. We've known this guy for years, but it may very well be Stockholm Syndrome, you know, a trauma response. Let's not forget, this is like the biggest jerk we've ever met in professional wrestling. Let's not forget that this guy is a monster. He's scary. He's mean. He's just never in a good mood. He's in a good mood. He's hurting people. You know, it goes without saying that Robin Shaw is a devastating competitor, and J2 Mattioli doesn't even have time to reverse. Just getting crushed between the corner and Robin Shaw.
Like getting hit by a semi-truck against the wall. Talk about a rock in a hard place for J2 Mattioli, but still able to keep the fight in Shaw's last match.
I think Juan Mattioli got the wind right knocked out of him. I mean, like right now, clutching those ribs in a bad way. I think it was a friendly competition, even as chippy as it got. Big hard right.
My goodness, square on the jaw of Mattioli. Really just trying to take the head off of the playmaker.
Listen, I think it would be well within Robin Shaw's playbook.
Playmaker elbow!
Oh, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Can he get him up? We saw Chris Nasty try to do that yesterday at Rising Star here at the Primal compound. J2 Mattioli thinking, you know, maybe second time's the charm, but now instead only a cover, but out at 2.
And on top of all that, I don't think it's well out of question for Robin Shaw to not only leave here with a victory, but leave here trying to end the career of J2 Mattioli as well.
Again, he only gets one last opportunity to inflict this kind of violence, and he is going to use every second of it to take out Mattioli.
Looking to crush the temple, in the temple that J2 Mattioli helped build, the Primal compound, just clutching the skull, squeezing the brain juice right out of his ears.
J2 Mattioli fading
Shout out the
fast.
plug.
Fading fast, he might be out of this one, but no. Life coming back into the eyes of the playmaker.
Perhaps that time advertising had been spent crushing skulls.
But now straight back into where he was before. Chad Rico making the count if he can't make it past this one. No! Player 2 activated. He's back in the game.
This has to be a familiar sight for Robin Shaw. Oh God, this has to be one too. Saito suplex.
Right. But no. J2 just standing straight up.
When's the last time you ended a match like that, Shaw? Think about that while you're on the ground.
Talk about last-ditch effort. That might have been all of the energy that J2 had to hit that elbow, and now both men hitting the canvas.
You see him arching that back, even though he's flat on his. J2 Mattioli going through another war with his old adversary, the guy he has gone to war with and against plenty of times. Plenty of history between these two, cycling back to when J2 Mattioli debuted here in San Diego, cycling back to when Robin Shaw arrived in San Diego from Los Angeles.
And now Robin able to make it up before the 10 count. So is J2 Mattioli, and now looking to hit him. Nobody there, but J2's got it right on the money.
What's he got planned here? Off his plan into a blue thunder bomb. Are you kidding me?
My goodness! Probably the biggest blue thunder bomb we've had in the Primal compound, and that sure rang through the compound here.
J2 is a man incensed. Look at the smile on his face. He's got cardio for days, and he's looking to end the career in San Diego of Robin Shaw. Playmaker Lariat incoming! No!
Able to duck it under, potentially looking for a backslide. No, J2 gets out of it. He's a right hand! But no, a kip up!
And a Enziguri, a boot! Starts him on his feet! Playmaker knee! No! Sweet victory!
He might have just decapitated him, and now gonna roll into the cover. This might be it for Shaw's last ride.
No!
Out at 2 is J2.
The ovation is overwhelming for J2 Mattioli, the playmaker. But this road was paved by one of these men. That was Robin Shaw. Once upon a time when Skyfire Pro Wrestling opened, hope was restored to San Diego Pro Wrestling. Hope was restored to the business here.
Is he going to the top rope?
Please, please. Now make my day, make my day.
You ever seen Robin Shaw on the top rope?
You're not serious. You're not serious. One time and it wasn't good. No.
Oh, and no, J2 Mattioli has other plans. This playmaker says, nah. Hits him straight in the mush.
What do you mean? No. Put it down. Reconsider your options. Put him down.
No
Put him
way.
down. No.
Going
No.
for a
Oh my God.
Flags like a super brain buster from J2 Mattioli. Robin Shaw might be done.
Ladies and gentlemen watching us from all across the nation, you may have felt a shiver on the Richter scale. You may have broken a vase that was resting on the mantelpiece. Don't worry, that was just Primal Pro Wrestling.
This is awesome indeed. Our main event of the Primal Rage before Summer Surge at 2050 Wilson Avenue, National City Primal Compound. J2 Mattioli, Robin Shaw, one last ride.
I don't even know what else they have to give at this point. You know, in a back lot in La Mesa, California.
Oh, just clubbing each other at this point.
I saw this match decide the Level Up Championship between J2 Mattioli and Robin Shaw, the finalists in that tournament. That was one of the first shows I ever took part in. Oh, that's so nasty. That's so gross.
Massive headbutt from Shaw.
It's gonna have to be his brain surgically removed.
Oh, and just slapping the daylights out of him. But my goodness, giving him a tit for tat. Just forearms for days from Mattioli hitting the ropes.
Playmaker knee collides. This could be it. Playmaker lariats.
Taking the head off the Kingmaker. It might be done. No!
It's gonna take more than that for J2 Mattioli to climb the mountain named Robin Shaw.
If you want to kill a man as monstrous as Robin Shaw, you gotta do it quick and you gotta do it nasty. For J2, one playmaker lariat's not gonna do the trick. He's gotta bring everything out of his arsenal to take down the Enterprise himself.
What's he got planned here? Looking for another playmaker lariat, perhaps? No! Caught! Shot! Cutter!
Out of nowhere! And now reeling on his feet is J2. This might be it. Enterprise driver!
That's gotta be it! No!
Wow!
For Robin Shaw, the options are dwindling and dwindling fast. In his final match here in San Diego, California, we have to wonder, he's not the man to go out on his shield. There's certainly not one big enough. You're gonna have the funeral here and now in our main event.
You want to kill Robin Shaw, you got to drive that sword deep within him. For J2 Mattioli, he's got to figure out somehow not only get back on his feet, but back into this match.
On top of all that, such history not just shared between these two, but men like Jackson Calhoun, Sweet Southern Heat, men like Cam August. The Enterprise, when it was a force here, was a force to be reckoned with.
Taking out the eyes of Shaw is J2, going a little underhanded, and now looking for that second playmaker lariat.
No!
Can hit one of his own, but now there it is! That's gotta be it. Thank you, Robin Shaw.
J2
Only one way to leave. That is on your back. That is giving it your all. That is dedicating your life to this professional wrestling business. Both these men have exemplified that here in San Diego, and then some.
It's been such a pleasure to call the action here at Primal Rage. That was your main event, Shaw, last ride. We will see you back here for Summer Surge. I've been Chase Mansfield. He has been the golden voice of professional wrestling, Barry Sweeney. Want to thank also Ethan Lawmaster and Ario Amin for being on the mic. And of course, Stocks Rise with the Enterprise.
You know, they always say no one hits you harder than your friends. I just want to say this. This is a little bit out of I'm going to pull the curtain back for all you people. 7 years, 7.5 years. I don't know exactly because I can't remember. My brain's a little fuzzy. But 7 years, we started something in San Diego. It may not have been in this building, but it was somewhere in San Diego. What we did was we had a vision of turning San Diego into the best pro wrestling in the world.
Switch the headphone and then reposition.
But just like any dream, any vision, there's always big setbacks, things that get in our way. And one of the things that I realize about this business is that a lot of people will have faith in you when you first start. But as you reach for your dreams, your real friends have your back. Everyone tells me how much I've done for San Diego, but that's not true because a lot of people have done a lot for this place, and you, Shaw, are one of them.
You are my best friend, and you've had my back ever since day one. We butt heads all the time. We disagree, we agree, but that's what best friends do because we challenge each other because we want the best for each other. I'll kiss him next. But what I'm trying to say, Shaw, just so you know, this isn't his last match ever. He's not taking his boots off. And I'm pretty sure this isn't our last match ever, but this match means a lot to me because I got to wrestle one of my closest friends in this ring, in the one place we helped build together, in front of a sold-out crowd here tonight. So Shaw, I just want to tell you, from me personally, you don't get your flowers enough, but I want to give you your flowers now because you deserve it, friend. You are the heart and soul of this place as well. You are the heart and soul that's building San Diego, and all these guys here and the ones that we don't say, you help them with their journey. So thank you, friend. You are the best.
Is it working now? Cool. I guess this is the part where I'm supposed to talk. And for once in my life, I'm actually like at a loss for words. Everyone that is back there, I have helped in some way. Everyone that's in that front room, I have helped in some way. The newer people, I haven't really. Sorry guys, I have a 5-month-old baby. I haven't been here that much. But you know what? Pretty much everyone that is a trainer here, I have helped in some way, and by default, they're kind of helping you. I'm helping you through that. All of you that are here, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm not gonna lie. After last night and we did so well, I was kind of scared people weren't gonna be here. So, thank you. Thank you for spending your money on this place, because this place wouldn't be here without not only all of these students, but without all of you contributing your hard-earned dollars to watch us fight in our underwear. And again, I want to emphasize, I'm not retiring. I'm only moving to Phoenix. It's far enough away that I can't be here all the time anymore, but I will be back. I'm not gone forever, I promise. And like J2 said, I've butt heads with a lot of you. I've definitely butt heads with the fans, because you guys are broke morons and have no money, and I'm rich. I really don't have a whole lot else to say, but thank you. Thank you, every single one of you. Because at the end of the day, for Primal, stocks rise with the enterprise. Hold on. I was kind of debating. Oh, no, wait. I have one more thing. I know there's someone in this building that needs to come out. I know you're here. We don't have your music queued up, so you can't do that. But I know you're here. If you're upstairs, get your ass down here, Jackson. Get over here. Someone go grab him. He can hear me through the mic, I hope. If he left, I'm going to feel like an asshole. He's definitely here. He might not be as important to all of this, but he's important to me. So I want to make sure he's at least out here. But while I wait for his slow ass, I'm also going to thank a bunch of other people. There would be no Skyfire Pro Lucha Libre if it weren't for Bamboo. I wouldn't be half the wrestler I am if it wasn't for Rebel Storm. my God, they got us music. Come on out here, Daddy. I'm turning this off now. If anyone wants to like shake hands or whatever, you can. Here, J2. Here's my microphone that I've given you. Thank you, everyone.
Give it up a round of shine to everybody. There goes the only boss that's ever been able to pay me on time.
I'm a bad man. I'm a bad man. I'm a bad man.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much once again for attending another exciting episode of Primal Rage. You've been an amazing audience, folks. We've got to see you in just 2 weeks for Summer Surge. Please, it's a theme show, folks. Bring whatever you like that you would bring to the beach. Want to bring beach balls? That's fine. Want to bring pool noodles? That's fine. If you got squirt guns, just watch the booth, okay? But please, we want to have fun, treat it like a beach bash, and have a great rest of your day. Say hi to some of the wrestlers. Maybe pick up some tickets for Summer Surge from them as well. Folks, my name has been Ario Amin, and we'll be seeing you very soon.